Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me for this practice once again. My name is Christina, and in today's practice I would like to share with you a simple, gentle practice of yoga that can help strengthening your spine as well as reducing any back pain, any lower back or even upper back. So this practice is absolutely for everyone, beginner friendly. If you are from home, before we start the practice, you may try to take a towel next to you or a blanket as I have over here, or if you have any blocks, it will be very handy and very helpful. So without any further ado, we will begin the practice into child's pose. So I want you gently to bring the maybe legs at the back there, slightly connected as we bring the knees to the side, and slowly make your way through to go walking with your arms forward there, and allow yourself to sink in, extending the spine. You may even bend the elbows here gently if you'd like. You may bring the forehead down, or you may bring the temple one side or the other, just to ground here for a moment. Taking about 3 deep breaths in, deep breaths out. And then once you actually find your space here, find your peace, we're going to press in through the forearms gently here. We're going to come into all fours position or tabletop position. We're going to align our wrist with the shoulders and the knees with the hips. And we're going to go slowly, starting from the lower back, arching the lower back as we drop the belly down. Take an inhale, cat and cow, and then exhale around the upper back. Inhale forward a few times on your own, and exhale back, pushing the floor away. Inhale forward, belly down, and you may adjust your hips here if you need to. And then exhale, push through the arms. Navel center in. Gaze as much with the chin to the chest. Inhale forward. Take your time. And exhale back. From here, we're going to just, for a moment, turning the wrist with the fingers towards the knees here. Applying some pressure into those wrists just actually to stretch more the forearms. The arms are connected with the entire back muscles, shoulder blades. So we want to connect the entire body through this practice to help our backs. A few times, going back gently, as much as you can reach. and forward. Now from here, take the fingers with the palms to the sides and go leaning into one shoulder and then the other shoulder. Once again, the back relaxed, moving gently with care. And then from here, slowly turn once again, navel center in, pressing the floor away. And as you exhale, release, coming slowly down to Sphinx pose, allowing your hips to come down. Bring the elbows right underneath your shoulders. Extend your toes at the back. And relax here, the lower body, the lower back. You may close the eyes for a moment, taking 3 deep breaths in and out. On the last one here, we're going to extend the arms slightly further away from you, pressing into the fingers here, or the palms. If you're not able to bring the fingers, bring the palms further away from you, not too far, just to engage the spinal muscles there. And take 3 deep breaths. Now from here, gently coming back to tabletop position. And we're going to stretch just for a moment, calf muscles there, applying some pressure into the legs, stretching the heel, and then switching the leg. And then back to center here. Now from here we're going to extend the left leg there, all the way back. Not too high, just parallel with your back, with your shoulders. And then bring gently the knee inwards towards the nose as you bring the chin into the chest or the nose to your knee. And then extend out the leg. Inhale in. Exhale out. 2 more. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. And out. Last one. And release slowly from here. Switch the legs. Bringing the right leg off the mat, parallel with your spine, with your shoulders. Hold there for a moment. At any point in time, you may need some rotation on the ankles. Do that. And then slowly we're gonna bend the knee, bring the knee into the chest, towards the nose. In and out. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. From here, both knees down. Try to move a bit your hips from side to side. You may bring the legs together as well. And just let the hips gently go from one side to the other. And then bring the knees with the hips once again. And we're going slowly full rotation with the shoulders towards the back, forward. First going to the right a few times. And then going to the left. Once again, coming here all the way into child's pose. Stretch. And then going forward onto your forearms, just halfway. And then back, retrieving yourself into child's pose. About 3 times. Back and forth. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale, release. Last one. Exhale, release. From here, coming up. Once again to tabletop. Bring your right palm onto the ground, right underneath, align with the shoulders, stuck on top of each other. Stretch the opposite arm all the way to the sky, to the ceiling. And then exhale, thread the needle. Bring the arm under. And then allow the shoulder gently to come on the floor. Press through that right arm to come back. Switch the arms, pressing through the left arm now. Inhale to open the right. Elongating the space or increasing the space between the blades. And then slowly take the arm in. Shoulders down. And allow yourself to relax with the temple on the ground. Trying to relax the arm here. Don't hold tension in the arm or in the shoulder. If you need adjustment, go for it. It's your practice. So you always have to be aware of your own needs and what your body tells you. One more deep breath in. And out slowly from here. We're pressing through the left arm to come safely. And then from here, we're going all the way down once again to Cobra pose here. So, bringing the arms right underneath the shoulders there. Extending the toes at the back. Take an inhale. Lifting the chest just halfway. Contracting those muscles of the back of the spine. And then release slowly, forehead down. Inhale, press just a little. Elbows back. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. From here, bring the heels off the ground. And we're gonna press a little higher here, away from the floor. Lift and release slowly. Lift and release slowly. Once more, lifting. You can extend, if you can, the entire arms. And exhale, release slowly down. From here, we're going to knees and back on your neutral position of tabletop. We're going to go for paradise bird if you can. Extending the left leg now back once again. Make sure your palms, before any further movement, are first aligned with your shoulders. Extend the opposite arm, not too far, with the thumb up. And we're gonna crunch elbow to knee to connect. Inhale in, exhale out. 3 more. And if it's too difficult for your balance, do it just with the leg, without the arm. Last one. And then release. Switch the other leg. So bringing the body weight properly adjusted on your wrist, on your right side. Extend first the right leg back. Extend the opposite palm if you can. If not, as I mentioned, you can stay here and just work with the leg. Otherwise, elbow crunches to knee to connect slowly at your own pace and time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale in, exhale out. 2 more. Now from here, we're gonna take that leg all the way back to the sides. And we're gonna go slowly down. So a bit of inner thigh stretch there. Going down to child's pose. One leg, child's pose. And then coming back and forth a few times. Stretch, come back. Release. Inhale, you can add rounding through the back and arching through the lower back. A modified version of a cat and cow with one leg only. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale, rise again. Arch and bring the knee and the leg back down. Doing same thing with the other side. Step the foot aside, left leg on the side, on the floor. Somewhere the same level with your hip, or slightly more back if that is too intense. And then slowly trying to go down to see where you can sit, where you can land. And then once again, coming back and forth. Adding grounding through the back if you'd like. Inhale round, exhale arch to cat, one leg. Inhale round through the upper back and then lower down slowly to extend. Coming up once more. arching through the lower back, tailbone back. In, tucking the tailbone, and then lowering down slow, last one. Coming up gently, and then bring the leg once again here, back to the side on your yoga mat. On the next one, we're going to lay down, turning facing up. And slowly, we're going to bring our palms here, parallel with the body. Taking just a butterfly, reclining butterfly pose. Bringing one arm to the heart, the other to the belly. Maybe gently moving those hips, swinging side to side, moving from the lower back. And then on the next one, we're going to bring the knees up, strong feet on the ground, and we're going to go for the bridge pose. So here we want to round through the back, so the pelvic floor lifts, and then entire body and back follows. Rolling the shoulders more in. And then slowly, vertebra by vertebra, do not hurry. Come down to the earth. Inhale, lift the pelvis. And then lower slowly down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release slowly. Inhale, lift. And exhale, slowly rounding from the upper back all the way to the sacrum area of the spine. From here we're going to take maybe a block, or in case oftentimes people have lower back, so it's not as easy to actually bring or support your back or to lift your legs. So we're going to do some leg raises. So if you have a wall at home, you can do it using a wall. Otherwise, bring something that can support you, maybe a yoga block or a blanket if you don't have a yoga block, to give you some height here. So adjusting your spine properly there, pelvic floor comfortable. And we're going to bring the right knee in, stretch, bringing the knee into the chest. 2 breaths here. Extend the leg. Bring the arms just for a moment here to be supported, to support the leg from the back side. Rotating a bit those ankles. Pushing in through the heel, extending your back side of the leg, hamstrings, calf muscles. And then bend the knee once again in. And release the leg out. Bring the other knee in. Same thing with the arms, with the fingers around. Bring it in. Allowing the lower back to really relax here. And then slowly bring the arms behind to support the hamstrings there, the leg. Rotate a few times that other leg. Press through the heel towards the sky. To stretch the back side of the leg. And then release slowly here, once again, towards your chest. Bring the knee in. And then extend both legs forward. And if you have support, which is very important for the lower back pain, bring a block or bring a blanket. Make it as comfortable as possible or as high as possible. If you need more height, roll that a little bit more. And allow the lower back there to just rest or be supported. Deep breath in. And out. From here, take your both ankles to the sides and then slowly in. Ankles out, ankles in. Ankles out, ankles in. Stretch the ankles, pointing the fingers, the toes forward. Extend the arms all the way the opposite side. And then back to yourself, heels forward. Now from here, we're going to just remain here for about 30 seconds or so, supported. In a supported bridge pose, if you'd like to call it that way, just remaining in stillness, let the back relax. Sometimes doing less is doing more. Last breath in and out, using the belly as often as you can. And then from here we're gonna start with one leg. I'm gonna switch to the block, so I prefer to have a block. And we're gonna bring it to the lower back there. If you have one, great. If not, remain with the blanket under, still supported. And you may extend your left leg there or bend. See what feels good for you. And we're going to take the other leg. So right leg forward, extended. We're gonna do some small, gentle, bringing the leg up, rising up and extending through the heel as much as you can. And then lower down slow. And if you still have lower back pain, bend the knee. Good morning, everyone. And gently here. So we decrease the amount of tension and effort that comes from your lower back. So just tap the floor and then bend the knee. Tap the floor and bend the knee. Or extend the leg if you can and bring it up slowly. Lift and release. Once more, lift and release. Very well. Switch the legs. Extending the left one. Lift the heel.
If you can bring the leg higher, good. If not, just above your hip with the heel, and then lower. And as we said, you can bend the knee here, 1 and 2. Easing the pose in all the ways that you can. Two more, 1 and 2. Releasing slowly. Adjust if you need that block or that blanket. Bringing the arms there, maybe above the head here. You can cross the palms behind the head if it feels good and it feels comfortable. Let the lower back really relax there. And then we're gonna start slowly and gently with both legs together. So we're gonna bring the quads here, the core muscles engagement to help us lift those legs, just not too far. Try small steps if you're in a big pain. Lift and release. Lift and bringing the knees as much as we can here. So really rounding through that lower back there. Lift and release. Lift and release. 2 more and release. From here, bring the arms all around. Squeeze or hug your legs there. Feeling well here, the lower back. Bring the arms at the back, around the block. Lift the legs there, stretch through the heels, and then bend the knees to your chest once again. Extend up, bend to the chest. Extend up. Now lower down, slow. If you can, straight legs. If not, bend the knees as we agreed. Bring the knees in, extend the legs, knees in, release, straight or bend knees. Last one. Extend the legs, back and forward. Release there slowly. Now from here, we're gonna take another bridge pose here, lifting, maybe rotating that the block a bit higher, and just allow yourself once more be here. Very well, release slowly as you press through the heels to lift the pelvic floor. Release that block. And now we're going to come into seated position here. Same thing here. If your spine it's in pain, you can take a block or a blanket underneath your pelvic so you have a bit of height and that supports your spine. Otherwise, if you're able to be seated, spread the legs slightly wider than the hips. Bring the arms gently behind there, fingers towards the heels. And then we're going to bring the ankles inwards and outwards a few times. And then rotating them in and out a few times on your own. Now from here, we're going to bring both legs closer, and we're going to come into a variation of crab pose or reverse tabletop position here, lifting gently, pressing through the heels, wrists with the shoulders, knees with the heels aligned, and then slowly rounding through. Two more like that, just to strengthen the body, the back specifically, and then release. Lift once more, release. Last one, release. From here, bring the soles of the feet together, bring the arms around, start moving slightly, leaning from one hip to the other, from one sit bone to the other, and then flying butterfly, extending the spine towards the sky, towards the ceiling, as tall as possible. Taking deep breath in, and then on the exhale, spread the elbows to the side and try to bring yourself forward towards the legs as much as you can reach. Inhale, extend the arms, extend the spine upwards. And exhale, release. Once more, inhale. And then exhale, release. Extending here the spine once again. We're gonna bring the left sole of the foot towards the inner thigh there. And we're gonna go first towards the front of the leg, so both hips and shoulders are forward, Janu Shirsasana here. Bringing the palms up, inhale. Once again, as I always say, use a block or a blanket or a towel, whatever you can reach here, to support your joints, to support yourself from having stress during the practice, just to make yourself more comfortable. And then slowly going forward here, as much as you can go. And here, really focusing on the breath, allowing and feeling the sensations happening and stretches happening from the lower back here. If you need support for the other leg that is bent there, for the hip, because it might draw you backwards and you won't be able to go as much forward or to relax the lower back as much, bring another block or a blanket under. And then let yourself in here. Then from here, slowly coming back up, gently releasing and switching the legs. So In this case, bringing the right sole of the foot next to your inner thigh on the left leg, extending through the heel as always. If you'd like, you can place a block under. If not, you can go there, just simple adjust your hip if you need to. Remember, this is more restorative, so yin yoga, restorative, they're all used for healing purposes, so do not overforce. Let the healing happen in an easy way, not suffering. So go as much as your body allows you to. Focus on the breathing and make space with every exhale there. Inhale and then exhale. And don't go too far, especially if you're someone senior. Being here, it's also fine. It's more than enough. And then slowly turning your chest to the side here. Bringing the right palm up as you are. Make sure you're seated on your both sit bones there. And then take a stretch upwards and see how far. Maybe you can go a little bit towards the left side, slowly and gently. Maybe you're able to go deeper. If not, just here should be more than enough. Just a slight stretch from the right side of the lower back, oblique muscles there. Pulling your muscles slowly and gently. And then slowly to the other side, just bring the palm down. And then we're gonna use the heel there. If you're on blocks, you can remove the blocks and take it a gentle stretch from the arm through the leg all the way down. Lifting the pelvic floor all the way up. And then slowly sitting down once again. And here we're going to go forward gently. So we're gonna go towards the heel in this case. So if you're someone maybe with the ankle problems, try to avoid staying in this pose for too long, just few seconds to stretch or to reach deeper. You can bring two blocks here or nothing at all in front of you. If you're here on the floor, that's where you should be. Do not go further. Make sure your tailbone is all the way back. Deep inhales. And with every exhale, find your way a little bit further. Find a way to bring more space within the body and ease. And then gently from here, slowly walking your way back. Take the other leg slowly. Switch the legs just the same. So
We're going with the arms up, slowly releasing the right arm here, bringing the left arm up, really stretching so you feel the stretch from the lower left side this time, all the way through the spinal muscles, their entire muscles. And then wherever you can, bend towards the right side. Breathe. Coming back slowly, reverse the pose, bringing the palm here on a block if you want to, or simply on the ground. Press into that heel and then lift the pelvic floor all the way up, stretching the body from the toes all the way through the fingers. And then release slowly. Turning the chest and the shoulders forward now. As we said, you may walk with the palms right here to come diagonally between the legs there. Just stay here. Or if you'd like to go longer and further, go further. Or bring the elbows down, palms up into Angelic Mudra if you can. And then gently, safely coming up out the pose. Bringing your legs here back into a downward facing dog, tucking the toes, bringing the hips as high as you can. And once again, trying to maintain your heels on the ground or backwards if you have bent knees and heels are off the ground, just to move the tailbone back on one side and the other. Pedal the legs. Bring your both heels on the right side, both knees on the left side. Push back as you bend the knees. Switch. Heels to the left both, knees to the right. Stretch as you press down and back to center from here. We're going to bring the right leg up, inhale. Stretch for just a moment here. Lift the heel from the back. Bring the knee as high as you possibly can. Step through the arms. And release the left knee down. Coming into a comfortable low lunge pose, bringing the arms here just for a moment. If it's more comfortable to bring the arms in front and the leg out, you may do so. And a variation of a lizard pose here, moving the lower back, moving the back and the hips and the pelvic floor slowly. In and out. And if that knee at the back hurts, you may always place a blanket underneath that knee over there, so you have some cushion always next to you. And this should feel much better for the lower back as we simply make some motion with the body.
And then gently going back. Use the blocks if you have them, if they are comfortable for you when going back or connecting still through. And then here we're going to bring the heel forward, toes towards your leg, stretching the back side of the legs, which is connected to your entire back. Leaning forward a few times, chest up, heart forward. Supporting with those blocks, supporting the tension in the lower back, allowing the hips and pelvis floor to sync with the gravity. And then back slowly. Once more, toes in of the front leg, pushing through the heel, creating some strength even in the leg, not just flexibility. Often people think that I'm not flexible enough. Regardless of how much I do, flexibility does not always come just from stretching. We have to work with the joints, and we have to strengthen the joints as well as the muscles of our entire body to become more stable, to become more balanced. Once more back, and this will be the last. If you can, bring the arms a little bit further so we stretch here. And then you can also walk the arms slightly more in. If you can connect with the ground, connect with the ground. Bring the heel more into the middle line here in front of you and turn from the socket of your hip, turning the leg and the ankle in and out a few times. In and out here. In and out. From here, point the toes, walk the palms, bring the palms once again in the middle, leg out to the edge of your yoga mat. Not too far forward, so you'll be comfortable to take the leg away. And slowly from here, we're gonna bring the right palm towards the inner thigh there. And only if you can, check if you can push that leg to look towards the sole of your right foot there. Pressing the ankle out through the outer edge of your right foot. Feeling the stretch. And then release slowly. From here, see if you can extend the right palm up as you bring the left elbow down here comfortably. You can bring it on a block or all the way. And really stretch to tap the floor or the ground as far as you can. And then use your arms. Bring your left palm on the ground, pressing through the palm, extending there the opposite palm just upwards. Maybe arm all the way back, all the way at the lower back. And then release slowly. Bring the arms, bring the legs in. Once more, downward facing dog, tuck the toes. Lift the hips as high as you can, coming into a V shape. Bend the knees here a few times. Pressing in one heel, hold for a moment, pose. And then press through the other heel, pose. And then release slowly. Bring the left leg all the way up, three-leg dog. And then lift the right heel off the ground. Bring the left leg through the arms. Gently landing on low lunge on the other leg. Adjusting your legs, finding your space on the ground.
Once again, I prefer to keep my arms in the middle and my legs outwards from the arms. Just take your moment here. And then start moving slowly with your pelvic floor, with your lower back, with your hips side to side. If you need the blocks under, and if you have them, would be great. If you want to go deeper, you can go onto the elbows. Same, bringing some motion in the lower back. And this might be intense for some, so be careful. Just do what your body is able at the moment to do. Moving with the breath. Last movement there, last motion. And then we're gonna go backwards slowly. The toes coming in, the heel goes out. So if you need to adjust that front leg, adjust. Palms to the earth. Going forward once. Chest and heart forward. And as you exhale, bring the hips back, toes back, press through the heel, feeling the stretch in the entire back side of the left leg, as well as the lower back, left side. Inhale forward. And exhale, release all the way back. 2 more. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one. Release. Bring the palms right here. Bring the leg a little bit more inwards to the middle line or middle of your yoga mat. If you have blocks, you can hold them here to support you. And then take your left ankle inwards and outwards. Remember, moving from the socket of which is in control of the rotation of your left hip there. In and out. In and out. Last one. And out. From here we're going forward all the way. You can press a block if you want to here. You can place, if it's painful, for the knee at the back, a blanket. And then we're gonna take slowly and gently the left palm to the inner left thigh there, turning the ankle slightly outwards to the edge of the yoga mat there, and see how much you can press away from you. Be very careful here. And then gently back, taking only, if you can, obviously, your right elbow down. Extend the left arm up. And as you exhale, tap the furthest point that you can reach on the floor here to extend the arm and the spinal muscles there. And then back. Use both palms to come back.
use bringing the arm all the way up and then all the way back if you can. Lift and release slowly. Bring your both arms closer to your knees here. Lift gently, shifting body weight into the heels, lifting the knees, pressing away from the floor. Back with the knees, back to the floor with the heels. And then increasing the distance to come into full downward facing dog here. And then walk the arms all the way towards your legs. Take an inhale, lift the chest. Pressing through the shin bones or the blocks under, or if you're able to touch the ground there, bend or soften the knees at any point in time you need. Releasing now slowly the lower back here. Coming side to side a few times. Letting go the entire upper body. Neck relax, shoulders relax. Halfway lift once again. And then release. Bring the fingers towards the earth. Bring the feet 45-degree angle open to the sides. Heels slightly in. And we're going gently into Malasana. I'm already thinking of Shavasana. So if you're someone senior and you're not able to actually come into yogic squat, blocks are coming really handy here. So there are a few variations you can use to support yourself, to try your best to actually come into this pose. So we're going to bring the blocks facing that way because the heels will come up. And then we're going correctly to see how low we can go. And here we are supported. And then from here you can slowly, with the time, increase the way down so that the spine reaches all the way one line up and down. And if you still cannot do that, as we bring the legs to the side, we're going to bring the knees gently sitting, lowering down. Bring the blocks just comfortable here and support yourself. So basically staying here seated, but still opening those hips, still elongating that spine. And if you can, go lower. And then slowly make your way all the way out of that pose. So without the blocks, we're coming up, extending the legs, lift halfway, palms down, bend the knees, bring the tailbone down. Malasana pose here. Bringing palms together, pushing those hips away, those knees away. Once again, lift. Halfway lift, feeling the spine cracking, popping the air out, and then slowly, last one, lower down. And from here, we can take your right palm to the floor if you can. Tricep area right in front of your knee there. And then open gently for a stretch there with the left arm out. And if you're able, bind the arms at the back as well. Open the chest and a gentle twist there to the left side. back to center. Bring the left arm in front of the left knee there. Place the palm down and you can just extend for a second or two here. Up. Or if you want to bind those arms together, do that. And then release slowly. Press through the palms to push the floor away, to stand up, to help yourself to stand up. Bring the legs with the hip distance apart. Take your big toes there. Grab them well. Maybe adjust your legs, bending the legs few times, knees through the hips as well. Last stretch of the back here. Just be careful. Take an inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, bend or soften the knees, especially if you have the lower back pain. Bend the knees here to bring the chest towards the legs. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, release. Halfway lift here. And then release. Bring the arms all the way down. Bring the knees all the way down. Take an inhale, take a moment. If you're able to, bring the toes in. Knees pointing down. Take your right palm there, next to your right leg. Open the left. Deep inhale as you open. And as you close, take it to the right side. To feel the movement in your entire vertebrae there, entire spine. Same thing the other side. Lean gently, not far from your left leg, into the palm. Open with the right. I call this self-chiropractic and it feels really great. Open, inhale. Exhale to the right, left. Be ready before you exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This feels amazing. I wish many people really be able to do that for themselves, to adjust their spine properly there. Now cross the legs all the way. Coming into a last one here for this practice for today. So here you have, I'm gonna start with the left leg here. Here you have an option whether to bind both legs about 90-degree angle or so and come into a deer pose. And in a deer pose, we're gonna go towards the shin bone that's in the front. Right there, slowly taking about a minute. Or if you'd like, you can stay even 2 to 3 to 5 minutes in this pose. It's really deep for the back, this one, so it will definitely help you anytime you take this pose. For others, you may take a pigeon pose, so turning the right knee inwards, facing down, bringing the left palm next to left knee there, left wrist with the left knee, extending the toes at the back. If you need support, once again, you can grab a block, place it under if you're someone new or beginning yoga to support your pelvic floor there. You can stay here or you can go all the way down. Once again, I like to take my arms forward into the elbows, bring the palms together and then allow my head all the way down. Or you can take a block to support your forehead in the front. Four to 5 deep breaths in and out. Coming out slowly, moving gently to the other side. Same thing, pigeon pose or deer pose. For this one, I'm going to use the deer pose just to make sure you from home, if you've seen it too difficult, pigeon pose, you can go into deer pose and still be okay and feel well and really great in this pose too. Here I'm going to bring my blocks just underneath you can bring the elbows down. Once again, we want to come in front of this shin bone, in front of this leg, to have a good alignment of the spine and good stretch from the right side, in this case, of the lower back. Coming back, walking the arms back to yourself. To close this practice, we're gonna bring the leg as it is. Only if you'd like to gently cross the legs into shoelace pose, I invite you here to take it. Otherwise, if you can't get there, bring the leg just above here. Or else try to cross the legs as much as you can. Another pull from both sides of our glutes areas where we hold main tension that is connected to the lower back pain. Bring the arms up and then cross the left arm under and above the right. Here we're gonna take a deep inhale, lifting the elbows high up. And then as you exhale, see how far forward above the knee, in front of the knee, you can go to stretch the entire spinal muscles. And let go of the tension, even though you may find a lot of resistance in the especially left leg, left glute muscles. Inhale, reach up, palms down, bring the index fingers, middle fingers together, grab the big toes, extend the spine up, and exhale out. One more deep breath in, exhale. From here, just take your right palm to the side. Flip just for a nice stretch with the left arm. Back to center. The other side, walk the arms, switch. Back to center. Bring the palms to interlace the fingers, the knuckles back, open the chest, open the heart, pull the arms back, lean forward just a little, and then release slowly here, extending first the leg beneath you, And then the leg on the top, coming back safely. Taking ourselves into your favorite pose. So very often, and I suggest each of you can try at home, to avoid lower back pain. What I do on daily basis, absolutely every night I go to sleep, I like to say this pose, to call it as a hangman's pose, or a shape of number 4, or one leg butterfly pose, supine position. So whether one leg first, when I go to sleep, I bring the sole of the feet or just bending the knee, and then I lay down slowly here. And my hips are stretching and opening while I'm sleeping. And this is also releasing a lot of lower back pain without you realizing. So you can bring both palms on your hips there. And take this pose about 1 minute in one leg. And then we're gonna switch. Taking more and more deep breaths in to slow the rate of your heart and of your breath. And if once again you have problem in the hip or had any injury, bring something, a cushion, a bolster. At home you can find many things to support your leg. Relaxing your face, muscles of your face, your jaws. Allowing the entire body to sink into the earth and ground beneath you. And when you're ready, switch the legs, bend the left one. In my case, adjust your shoulders, make sure your spine is entirely on the ground. If you need support for the hip, do what's necessary. Once ready, bring yourself back here. And now you can use a bolster would be perfect, a sausage pillow if you have.
If not, you can combine 2 blocks if you have at home. 1, 2. Bring this for 3. And lay down exactly with your sit bones close to this, to the bolster. Cross the legs or bring the soles of the feet together into a full supine position, reclining pose here. For butterfly pose, you can bring the head slightly to be supported, or you can allow the head to feel fully down. Bringing both arms in this case towards the hips, basically. Deep breath in through the spine, moving the breath in and out through the spine, up and down. Shoulders open. You can even take your arms down to the sides. From here, take your both knees together. If you can, if you're comfortable, bring your legs off the ground, comfortably squeezing in the chin into the chest. And then release yourself slowly. Meet me on the mat in front, cross-leg position. Take your arms up, inhale. Extending the spine, entire muscles of the back. If you'd like, you can actually extend the legs to feel deeper engagement of all the muscles of the back. As you bring the shoulders above the hips, above the sit bones, stretch, activate for last your muscles. And then bring the arms together. Cross the legs. I thank you for the practice, and I'll see you in the next one. Namaste.